See that? That is the autograph of the great Zay Frank. These are Zay Frank's words on a poster. And these words are from his brilliant video, An Invocation for Beginnings. Seriously guys, if you haven't checked out the video yet, click on this poster to check it out now. Because it's brilliant, and it's Zay Frank, and it's brilliant, and did I mention it's brilliant? I officially have a wall of posters signed by some of the most inspirational vloggers on YouTube. Oh my god, that's amazing! Okay, so maybe I'm way too excited about having some posters signed by some dudes who talk to a camera, but I'm a nerd. Nerds are, by definition, enthusiastic about stuff. As a wise man once said, nerds like us are allowed to be unironically enthusiastic about stuff. Nerds are allowed to love stuff. Like, jump up and down in your chair, can't control yourself, love it. When people call people nerds, mostly what they're saying is, you like stuff, which is not a good insult at all. Like, you're too enthusiastic about the miracle of human consciousness. John Green. So, I had a bit of a nerdy moment last Thursday. More of a nerdy evening, really. I went to a midnight showing of The Hobbit. And I went to it alone. It definitely wasn't planned. And, as you'll see in the next segment of this video, I was actually really torn about whether I should or should not go at midnight. Because of reasons. So here's some footage of me leading up to the midnight premiere. I'll warn you now, it was all shot on my iPhone, which means that the lighting wasn't great, and I am very, very unscripted. But here it is, and I hope you enjoy. It is about 7 o'clock on Thursday the 13th. I just got done with work, and I am seriously considering going to go see the midnight showing of The Hobbit. I don't know if I should go, but I really want to go. But I also don't know anybody else who's going because, you know, going to midnight showings is like something you do like in high school or in middle school when you don't have a real job and responsibilities to, go back to in the morning. I don't know, is that sad? If, to go to a midnight showing by yourself? Okay. I'm gonna go drive by the theater and see how the situation is and let that be the deciding factor in whether I go watch the movie The Hobbit at midnight. So, I went to Sundance. They do have a midnight showing, but they're only showing it in 2D. So, I really wanted to see it in 3D, and not just 3D, but like the super mega awesome 3D version. So, I went to Point Cinema, and I did buy a ticket. And they also gave me limited edition 3D glasses, specifically for The Hobbit. Haven't opened it yet. I'll probably open it later. I should probably take the opportunity to explain why this is so important to me and why I'm going so crazy over this. So Peter Jackson is the guy who's directing The Hobbit. He's also the same guy that directed the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, and if you know me at all, The Lord of the Rings is like my most favorite movie of all frickin' time. Those movies and Peter Jackson is the reason why I wanted to start making films in the first place. Just like the technique and the cinematography and, his direction is just so inspiring, and it makes me want to make better videos, films, whatever. And I feel like for a man that has shaped a significant part of my life, I feel I need to, do this for him. But, I mean, not just do it for him, like, I also just really want to see the film. It's going to be awesome. But the show doesn't start for another 4.5 hours, so I need to charge this phone. So I'm probably going to go to, like, Barnes & Noble or something and charge it and try to figure out what to do with my life. Alright, it's about 10 minutes until Barnes & Noble closes, and I have myself Starbucks because I am really tired right now. I've hit the point where I need some coffee or something to get me through the night if I'm going to make it to even midnight. this is a sign, I guess, that I am an adult. It's only 10 p.m. and I'm already tired, so... So Barnes & Noble just closed, which means that it's 10 o'clock. Ooh, sorry about the lighting there. So right now I'm just chilling in the parking lot of Point Cinema, debating on whether or not I should go in yet, because it's still 2 hours until midnight. I've never really done this before. I mean, I've been to midnight showings before, but gone to something like this alone, that kind of terrifies me. Like, Melissa, when you went to the Monkeys concert by yourself, I kind of went through a similar debate in my head of should I go, should I go, should I not go, should I go? But ultimately my passion for this is enough to get me to be out here on a Thursday night when I have to work in the morning, shelling out $14 to go see The Hobbit in 3D because I love Peter Jackson. This is the sort of event where you generally go with your friends, you know? Midnight showings, concerts, Badger games. So Greg, I really commend you for, you know, being able to go to a Badger game alone. I could never do that. Like, I need somebody there, familiar, who I can at least feel safe with and comfortable with. I'm gonna sit here, finish my coffee, listen to some music, and then pluck up the courage to go inside by myself. What is my life? The Hobbit. Hey. So these are the 3D glasses that I got from when I went to go see The Hobbit. It is now almost 3:30. I ended up being the first one at my particular screening, and it wasn't until probably like 11 o'clock that people actually started showing up. Good like 10 to 15 guys who came before any girls started showing up. I counted. I was one of 4 girls at my screening. I guess I expected to see more high schoolers there. But there was like, you know, 20 to 40-year-olds there, and they were all really pretty cool people. Nobody obnoxious. That's what I worry about when I go to these midnight showings. Even if these are like older people, they're still willing to dress up. Like, I love that people are passionate about that. Like, I saw a couple people dressed up in like Hobbit clothes or whatever. I never did that when I went to midnight showings for Harry Potter, but I applaud people who do. I like people who, you know, are passionate about that stuff and they don't care what other people think, which is basically what a nerd is. Well, I can say that I'm no longer afraid to go to a midnight showing by myself. I did it. I survived. It wasn't that bad. So yeah, that's a thing I did. Okay. Well, thanks for listening. And I'll see you next Monday.